Hello everyone and welcome to Veteran Gaming. I am Aaron and today we're talking about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. This is going to be a free-to-play focused guide on the Jedi faction. There are a lot of Jedi to choose from, so as free-to-play, we want to be a little bit more focused on where we put our resources so we're not just throwing them into random Jedi.
And I... I'm all the Jedi.
Actually, Ray, you're not a Jedi at all, according to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So, we're not really going to talk about you. I appreciate you stopping by, though. So the first thing we're going to talk about are the Jedi that we're not going to talk about. It might hurt their feelings a little bit to hear this, but you know what? They're trash, and that's not my fault. But frankly, they're trash.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
You know what? The dude is right. That is just my opinion, and everybody is welcome to go for whatever characters that their heart tells them to go for. I'm just telling you, seeing the end game from other streams and my own experience, it's just not worth putting resources into them as much as it is some other characters. So if you are in love with Ethkoth, go for it, but just don't expect to get some of the rewards and some of the wins down the road that you would with some of these other characters. So that being said, we're going to talk about several of them here real quick that we're going to stop talking about from here on, with two kind of caveats. Okay, so the first one, Plo Koon, he's one of our first caveats. We need his ship. So as you can see, I have him at level 66. I know that's weird. And gear 8, but that's because his ship is very, very, very important. This is the main one we want right here. When he dispels all debuffs from all allies, and he's going to grant health recovery and protection recovery when he joins the battle. So I think you have to have Plo to 5 stars. I'm not sure. Whatever you got to get Plo to get this ability on his ship, it's crazy important for General Kenobi's fleet. So make sure you get Plo so that you can get his ship unlocked and get that ability. Luminara Unduli, waste of resources. Jedi Counselor, waste of resources. His ship is not needed. Jedi Knight Guardian, with some extremely rare circumstances, can be worth something, but in general for free-to-play, not worth it. I'm a Gundai is our second caveat. He can hit like a Mack truck when you have Ki-Adi-Mundi later in the game. But as we talk about later with Ki-Adi-Mundi, he is so far from any free-to-play player unless you're in a miraculous guild that's just carrying you for whatever reason. So we're pretty much not going to talk about him either. Ethkoth, Kit Fisto are going to wrap out the Jedi here that we're basically not going to talk about anymore because they're just not worth the resources. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure out exactly how I wanted to talk about these Jedi, and I'm still not convinced it's in the best order possible, but I kind of decided to go through the journey guide or kind of pair with a little bit of a farming path, some Jedi that you can get earlier and then kind of shift into the later Jedi. So hopefully if it makes sense to you guys, if it doesn't, maybe you have to skip around in the video to find out the Jedi that you're interested in learning about, but hopefully my madness makes a little bit of sense to you. That being said, let's talk about Kanan and Ezra.
Do we look like the two dumbest guys in the world to you?
No, you guys aren't the dumbest guys in the world. You're just not that great. In the end game, you guys are phenomenal at the beginning of the game. These guys are both part of the Phoenix crew, which I am an advocate for them being the first group to farm. They can get you the farthest in Galactic War, and they're just a great faction to start with, even though once you're hitting level 85 they're taking a big dive, but they can help you unlock both Emperor Palpatine and Yoda. They're just the best starting in my opinion. So I would sink resources into them somewhere between gear 8 and gear 10, maybe a little bit higher on Ezra since Ezra is the primary damage for the Phoenix faction. I don't know how many Zetas I'd give him. As you can see here, I don't have them for Ezra. I don't have it for Kanan. So you probably don't need them. It depends on how frustrated you want to be with the Thrawn event, which requires the Phoenix faction. So if you want to get by a little bit easier and you have Zetas to spare, maybe give them to him. Other than that, I wouldn't mess with it. Ezra is farmed through Cantina 2B, which is real nice and early. And Kanan is farmed through the Squad Arena store. So these are really accessible early characters that are going to help you get farther. Just don't put too much into them. Next, we're going to be talking about Jedi Knight Anakin and Ahsoka Tano.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Well, I don't know about like best friends, but more like a teacher Padawan, but whatever, you get it. Anyway, these are both staple characters in this game. Galactic Republic, Jedi, very strong characters. They both have ships that are crucial to the General Kenobi fleet. You really can't go wrong with either one of these characters. Jedi Knight Anakin is required at Relic level 7 for Galactic Legends. Ahsoka Tano is only recommended at Relic level 3 for the General Anakin Skywalker event, but take her up higher than that, no worries. Like I said, she's got the ship. She's a very strong character for Padme crews. She can also fill in for Jedi Master Kenobi later when you get Commander Ahsoka Tano. So staple characters across the board. You cannot go wrong with them. And both of them are very early farms, as you can see here on the screen. Anakin is on 2 hard nodes very early, 1B and 3E. And Ahsoka Tano, you can get her through the Cantina Battle Store, and you can also farm her on 1B hard. So very strong characters used for a very long time that you can farm very early. Get on it now. Next, we'll be moving on to Mace Windu. And you know what?
Say what again? Say what again?
Oh, sorry. Forgot that was a touchy word with Mace here. What I was gonna say is how amazing he's become after his rework. This dude is stellar now, which is good because you need him at Relic 3 for Jedi Master Kenobi. So, this dude is great tank now. Give him his Zetas. He does have an Omicron, but it's just for Territory Wars, so I haven't put that into him at this point. If your guild is big into Territory Wars, I don't know, check it out. I haven't really played around with it too much, so I don't really want to give an opinion on it, okay? But he's a fleet commander, which is good before you get General Kenobi, especially because we just talked about getting ships for Jedi Knight Anakin and Ahsoka Tano. He's a great tank character now that can play very early. As you can see here, you can farm him with Squad Arena store credit and 2E light side battles. So, very strong tank, easily accessible, needed for the best currently Galactic Legend in the game, and just a bad mother... You know. Next, we have good old Qui-Gon Jinn.
But what I do have are a very particular set of skills.
You're right, you do have a very certain set of skills, and by that I mean your leadership with its Omicron. Guys, this Omicron, while in Grand Arenas, is a game changer for Jedi. It basically can give you a free team. It really bonuses up the Jedi that are a little lackluster, and Jedi Knight Anakin turns into wipe out the entire other team nuke. So play around with that, but Qui-Gon Jinn is required at Relic level 3 for Jedi Master Kenobi, so don't worry about putting some resources into him. And again, he's another one that you can get with Cantina Battle Store, which is something you're going to be farming Cantina all the time, so you can get him fairly early. So now that he has his Omicron, he's another Jedi, you can throw in some teams, get this guy going, that way you don't have to worry about it later on when you're going for Jedi Master Kenobi. Moving on, we have Grandmaster Yoda and Try.
No. Try not. Do.
Sorry. Do get him early. He's unlocked through a legendary event using 5 Jedi, and I've already talked about 6 at this point, so unlock him in one of the easiest legendary events around, in my opinion. You're going to need him down the road. Not only is he a fantastic character that is a support but hits like an attacker, but you're also going to need him at Relic level 8, I know, salty, for Jedi Master Kenobi. He's a great Jedi all around. He's got a couple of Zetas. I haven't given him on his leader. I know it can be used in some certain circumstances, but it's kind of few and far between, and I think some of it goes back to Kieti Mundi. So I wouldn't worry about that. You can get by without it. But great character, used in a lot of teams. Make sure you nab him. Next we have good old Ben Kenobi.
Hello there.
Oh, hey, Ben. Who is another good starter Jedi. He's required for the legendary Commander Luke Skywalker, and he is required for the legendary Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. He doesn't have a certain requirement for Commander Luke Skywalker, but he does need to be Relic 5 for Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. So, put some resources into him when you have him. Don't worry about him. You'll use him down the road. He's got some good, unique mind trick. His ability block for AoE is an outstanding ability. You can pick him up in so many places, as you can see here. Guild Store Credit, Cantina 1C, 2C on the hard battles on Dark Side. So, strong character that you can pick up early, use long-term, and is used for 2 legendary character unlocks. Moving on to Bastila Shan and Jolie Bindo, I'm going to go ahead and pair these two up because they typically work together. Now, you want to try to do your best.
Your best.
Yes, your best to get them going as soon as you can. They're a little bit later of a farm, as you can see here. Bastila currently on Dark Side 5B hard. Jolie Bindo, Dark Side 6D hard. So we're starting to get a little bit later in our farms here, but they are necessary required for not only Jedi Knight Revan, but also the Darth Malak event. You can do that with Gear 12, but again, these are really solid characters that you don't have to worry about putting resources into if you're putting too much, all right? They're awesome. Bastila Shan, especially early, has probably the best Jedi leader ability, okay? So you're going to want to get her up and rolling if you are working on some of these Jedi crews. And Jolie Bindo, of course, has the Resurrect for Jedi, which is absolutely wonderful. So they're necessary for late game content with Jedi Knight Revan and Darth Malak. They're very strong characters, mid-game farm. When you get a chance, get to them. You will not be disappointed. Moving on, we're going to talk about Juhani, who kind of needs to take it down on the intensity a little bit, don't you think?
Why so serious?
I know, right? She's like bearing into my soul. Anyway, creepy looks aside, she is a light side tank. She is required for Darth Revan and the Darth Malak event. So I have her at Gear 10. I don't think I've touched her since I unlocked Darth Malak, so you don't need her super high. Gear level 10 is all you need, because really she's not that great, so I wouldn't put more into her than you need to. She's not trash, basically because you need her for a couple legendary unlocks, but she's not great either. She does have a new option here of the Territory War Omicron. I haven't done it because I don't really care that much about Territory Wars, and I don't even have her Zeta, so if you're, again, in a guild that's big on Territory Wars, I've heard hers is fantastic. I haven't had a chance to mess around with it, so again, I'm not going to give you my own opinion. So, I would say put the minimum into her. She's, again, a little bit later of a farm, 6A hard on light side. She's going to take a while, so if you're going for the Revans for Darth Malak, work on her, but don't put too much into her if you can avoid it. Next, we have Jedi Knight Revan, who has a chance to be my favorite character.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, look at this dude. He looks sweet. He's got a ton of abilities. Probably the strongest Jedi lead, or at least could be in the argument for it. He's just awesome. He's so awesome. I have an entire video dedicated to this guy. So if you haven't seen it, jump over, check it out real quick. But this guy is an awesome Jedi. He can go on any Jedi team, especially as the leader. He helps out a ton. He's required for the Darth Malak event. There's speculation that when an Old Republic Galactic Legend comes out down the road, he's going to be required. So put work into this dude. You're going to love him. He's so much fun. No regrets. Next, we got Kyle Katarn, who is doing his best to be as cool as Timothy Oliphant.
I'm Cobb Vanth, Marshal of Mos Pelgo.
Yeah, he's trying. I don't know if he's there, though. The Oliphant's just so smooth. All right, anyway. Kyle Katarn, fantastic rebel fighter Jedi. That's typically where you're going to see him with the Mon Mothma team. He drastically increases the capabilities of that team. A fantastic addition. He is also required at relic level 5 for Star Killer. Unfortunately, I don't really have resources into him at this point, so I don't want to talk about him too much. If anybody has any information that you want to say, like, hey, good or bad, go ahead and throw it in the comments section. But that's the base of Kyle Katarn, and unless you're really hunting for Star Killer, most free-to-play players aren't really going to be messing around with him too much. But hey, if you got a Mon Mothma team, this guy needs to be on there. Now we got General Kenobi.
Hello there.
Hello there again to you too, sir. Not going to spend too much time on this guy. He's outstanding. You get him from the AAT tank raid. He has one of the meta fleets in the game other than the Executor. You need him at relic level 8 for Jedi Master Kenobi. Give him his Zetas, give him his gear. This guy is an awesome Jedi tank, Galactic Republic character, fleet commander. He is everything. He's one of my favorite characters. Throw the resources at this guy. Love him. While we're talking about Kenobi and Galactic Republic, let's talk about Aayla Secura, who is dressed the way female heroines are dressed.
Cool.
Yeah.
See? Proven. She is needed at Relic 3 for Jedi Master Kenobi, and that's about all I can say for her. She is not a great character. She has some utility here and there. Get her to Relic 3 when you're going for Jedi Master Kenobi. That's about it. She's farmable from Guild Store and Cantina battles, so fortunately she is pretty easy to pick up. Throwing the gear into her is a little bit of a bummer, but she does have some stuns, which are nice. So she is necessary when you're going for Galactic Legend. Other than that, put her to the side. Next, we got the Big Shock, who loves doing the shocker.
Merry Christmas and a shocking New Year.
And what is every other member of the family doing with their hands?
The shocker.
Right.
All right, I probably made that part up. But she is a really awesome Jedi. She's a bit plug and play as far as going for a Galactic Republic support character, but she can also be an outstanding leader of clones, especially before you get gas. So she bounces around quite a bit. Also use her as a leader of clones in 3v3. You can use gas with a couple, shock with a couple. Works out really well. So you need her at relic level 7 for Jedi Master Kenobi. She's flexible as both a support that can clear buffs, grants all kinds of buffs, and she can lead clones. So, good character, pick her up. She is farmable slightly later in the game, but not too bad. 5A hard on fleet, which is going to take a bit to get to, but you'll be all right. Grab her. She is required for gas event and for Jedi Master Kenobi, so pick her up. She's great. You'll love her. Now we have General Anakin Skywalker, who is about as close as you'll get to the Promised One.
He's beginning to believe.
And you should believe. He is amazing. He is the leader with the clones of the best non-Galactic Legend team. Semi-arguable, but at the same time, really not. He's awesome. Put every resource into him possible. You won't regret it. Go, 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 go. We got to talk about Barriss.
Me?
Real quick too. She is farmable from 5C hard on dark side, so not too end of the game. She is not a fantastic character, but the one thing we do want to mention real quick is she's not trash because of her unique ability. At the end of each of her turns, Barriss dispels all debuffs from the weakest debuffed ally and gains 10% turn meter for each debuff revolve. And most importantly, whenever an ally is critical hit, that ally recovers 20% health, and Barriss gains turn meter, which can lead to a big heal for her too. And that is not light or dark side specific. Her heal is also all allies. You can plug her into dark side teams. So, grab her when you can. It's not mandatory, but she is kind of a wild card that's fun to play around with and makes life much more difficult for anybody trying to take out your teams. Next we have Hermit Yoda, who is a really great support character, so try.
Try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
Oh my god, I get it already. Do pick him up whenever you can. He's only classified as support and Jedi, which you might think makes him limited, but he is an awesome plug and play character because the one thing you're going to love about him is Master's Training, which gives 25% accuracy, defense, offense, potency, and tenacity, which is doubled for Jedi, but for non-Jedi, you're still gaining 25% bonus to those stats, which is not too shabby. I actually throw him in with my Sith Eternal a little bit and throw him that Master's Training. Not too shabby. So, really great for Jedi, but you can use him a little bit of anywhere. You can farm him from the guild event store. You're also going to get some shards as rewards for progression stuff as you move through the game. He is required at some higher relic levels. He is required for Jedi Knight Luke at Relic level 3, but recommended Relic level 5. And he is required Relic level 5 for Jedi Master Luke. So, great character. Throw resources into him. You can use him down the road. He's really great. Plug and play. Use him. Alright guys, that's pretty much where I'm going to wrap up the video because the last 4 I haven't really talked about are great Jedi. There's just not really much to say about him. Ki-Adi-Mundi is almost impossible to get free to play, but can really add to Galactic Republic Jedi teams. Jedi Knight Luke is a monster. I currently don't have him unlocked, so I'm not really going to talk about him that much, but he is a bit of a grind to get to, kind of like Gas or Darth Malak, but another phenomenal Jedi that can really help out your teams. He's part of the Jedi Knight Revan counter for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. That's all you need to know. I mean, that means you're a baller. You have Jedi Master Kenobi, who is arguably the best character in the game at this point, and Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, who is also a galactic legend and incredibly good.
That's all I have to say about that.
So, guys, there you have it. There is the entire Jedi faction as I see them as a free-to-play player for several years. It's a strong faction. It's a versatile faction. You can mix and match a lot of teams out there. So, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. This took me a long time to put together, but I hope it made you laugh a little bit, maybe even learn something. As always, guys, please subscribe to the channel if you like the content. It's just a simple click for you, but it really helps me out more than you know. Give a thumbs up if you like the work I put in today. And again, have fun, good luck, and I'll see you on the holo tables.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.